The CDC is reporting suicide as the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S., with rates on an uphill trend. And compared to the general population, suicide rates are 10 times higher among people experiencing homelessness. Homelessness is such a big challenge in Idaho, and preventing suicide among them is becoming even more challenging. CBS 2's Ariana Piper explains what's being done to tackle this issue.
Bill Roscoe, president and CEO of the Boise Rescue Mission, says it is hard to track suicide among the homeless population. He says that's because they are constantly moving.
We have had suicides completed at the rescue mission and a couple of attempts over the past couple of years. I think 2 last year.
Bill Roscoe believes most people would leave the mission if they were to commit suicide, so it's hard to put a number on how many homeless people have died of suicide this past year.
We do know that overall last year there were 392 suicides in Idaho, and some part of that number were homeless people, without a doubt.
Roscoe says mission members are trained and prepared to handle a crisis like suicide.
Most of us have had suicide intervention training, and so we're aware of the signs of suicide when someone might have the suicidal tendency or ideology, and we pay attention to people.
Roscoe says Idaho's homeless population is struggling during the pandemic.
The population is increasing. Unfortunately, it's hard to get a handle on that right now because, as I mentioned, a lot of people who are homeless are not staying in the shelters. Our numbers are actually down from a year ago.
Roscoe says although the city is providing some housing for the homeless, he believes many of them are staying away from the community and isolating themselves due to the stress of the pandemic.
There were some of the population who were extremely stressed out over it, and in fact, a lot of them left and just hit the trail and went camping.
Roscoe says he is also concerned about Idaho's veteran population.
There were 57 veteran suicides in the state of Idaho last year, and that's way too high.
There are resources and programs for people who are struggling, like the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline, the Health Department, and the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs.
We take advantage of directing people to all those places to go.
Roscoe says it is especially important people in the community are kind to one another and make an effort to check on those around you.
Just be aware of the folks around you and be interested in the folks around you to the point that you'll stick your neck out and ask the hard questions and see what people are really thinking. That can make all the difference in the world.
For more resources on homelessness and Idaho suicide prevention, head to idahonews.com. Live in the studio, Ariana Piper, CBS 2 News.